All right, welcome to Siscoe Gym's daily exercise prescriptions. We are hitting tutorials today, and today we're going to be looking at a tutorial on how to do a pirouette. Now, typically, I will just show you straight up or have Maria show you what we're talking about before getting into it, but there is one important step you need to know before Maria can actually demonstrate this. My lovely assistant, Maria. You're going to walk up to the rings, and here's what I want you to do. You got to know to adjust the rings just to the top of your head to give you the proper height needed for the clearance you potentially might need for your feet when performing a pirouette the way it's supposed to be done. I've said enough. Let's take a look at what a pirouette actually looks like. Beautiful. Go again, please, if you don't mind. So pirouette is French for a full circle or a full flip. Okay, complete rotation. And that's what Maria was just demonstrating right now. Now this is a bit of an advanced abdominal exercise. When I say abdominal, it's not just abdominal, it really is an advanced core exercise. So it hits the abdominals as well as your lower back and just about every other muscle in your body as you're hanging on for dear life. I'm kidding. It's not really for dear life, but it is definitely hanging on and you don't want to let go. So why don't we take a look at what Maria was doing. So she's starting and she's going to try to maintain her arms in a bent position. The rotation happens as follows. Maria, you can or cannot do this. More advanced is not jumping at all, but Maria will take a little jump. She's going to try and throw her knees into her chest. Now, at this point, her head's going to start rotating slightly back because it allows her body to rotate. She's going to kind of balance herself off once she's completely upside down and then try to continue the rotation. And here she wants to continue for as far as she can go before pulling herself back to the center and then right back to the floor. Beautiful. Now, as much as possible, she's trying to maintain control in that full rotation. Any loss of control will likely settle into a moment of panic, which is probably not something you're going to want to do. So, once again, let's take a look at the breakdown. Maria is standing directly under the bar that's holding the rings. And this is not something you really want to do with, say, for example, a straight bar, because you want to have lots of room for your legs to get through. So rings are ideally suited for a pirouette. So, Maria, once again, goes right up, completely upside down, continues a controlled rotation as far as she can comfortably take it, and then returns feet to floor. Let's go again. Knees here, head starts tilting back. She goes as far as her shoulder rotation will allow, and strength, and then returns. There's your pirouette. Now, this is an intermediate version. If you're just learning how to do a pirouette, why don't we first try to get balance in the upside down position. So here's what we're going to look for. Maria's going to start with a slight jump, knees to chest. She's going to try to maintain balance right here. If you can hold this, come right back to the floor, please. And it's not just if you can hold this, that's where you want to start. You want to make sure, let's go again, that you are capable of staying in complete control in this position. And the two things you need to think about, come back, to get into that control are knees to chest. Let's go knees to chest. Stay here. Now extend your legs out straight. And you'll notice she will fall right back to the floor because it gets really hard. So we see this happen a lot where people go knees to chest and then push their legs out because they're really not thinking about what they're doing. Keep your knees into your chest. So Maria, knees to chest. Head slightly rotates back. Controlled. Let's come right back. This is your beginner's version. Start with this before playing the hero and trying to go all the way around. Now, what Maria was demonstrating at the beginning is intermediate. Let's look at it again. Go ahead, Maria. Knees to chest, head slightly back. As far as her range of motion allows her to go. Let's go again. She's trying to get a complete inverted so that she is back into the same position. Ideally, by the way, she's trying to end up back in this position but holding on to the rings. So that is your intermediate version. Let's go with an advanced version. All right, so Maria can do advanced, and this is to be done only if you've got full control over a pirouette. Instead of doing what's called a tuck position, Maria's going to do what's called a pike position. And a pike position is with the legs straight And now she's going to push up into a full layout position here. Her butt is going to start pushing this way while her legs come down in a piked position. As she tries to continue the rotation, her feet hovering just above the floor, and then a full pull right back up into a layout position, back into a pike position, and to the floor. Beautiful. Very nice. All right, so that'll be your advanced version. Let's take a look once again at the advanced. So Maria's going to leave in a bit of a tuck to a straight layout. She's going to pike up here, rotate, get as close to the floor as her shoulders allow her to do, come back up into a layout, into a pike, full control, right back to the floor. All right, so once again, this is definitely advanced core training, but if you've earned the right, start just with the beginner's version, work your way to intermediate, and your goal, of course, is to get to the more advanced version of the Pirouette